Jai Shri Ram, Hari Om, Jai Mata Di, Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome to this evening satsang. We are going to commence with some purificatory processes. Kindly sprinkle water on yourself and all around you. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Om Shri Veda Purushaya Namaha, Om Pavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavastangato Piva Yah Smaret Pundari Kaksham Sabhahyapyantraha Shuchihi. You may now sip water from the palm of your right hand 3 times doing Hari Smaran, thinking of Bhagwan. Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha. Rinse your hands. Om Hrishikeshaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha, Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. You should apply some sandalwood paste to your forehead using your thumb. Start at the top of your nose and move upwards. Om Chandanam Vandyate Nityam Pavitram Papanashanam Apadam Harate Nityam Lakshmirvasati Sarvadham. If you have not lit your house lamp, you should do so now. If you've already lit it, you may put your hands together and do pranam. Om Bodhipatam Brahmarupa Andhakara Nivaraka Imam Maya Kritam Pujam Grihastejo Pravardhaya Om Deepaya Namaha. Sprinkle some water on the seat or on the Vedi, thinking of Mother Earth and invoking her blessings. Om Prithvi Tvaya Drita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadrita Tvanshadharya Mandevi Pavitrang Kuru Chasanam. Om. We are now going to commence with the recitation of Ved and other mantras. It should come up on your screen, and all of you should join in the recitation. Let these mantras reverberate through your home. Om. 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 Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Dhyanamoolam Gururmurtihi, Poojaamoolam Gurupadam, Mantramoolam Gururvakyam, Mokshamoolam Guru Kripa. Om Swasti na Indro Vridashavaha, Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha, Swasti nastarakshora Rishthanemhi, Swasti no Vrihaspatir Dadatu. Om Payah Prithivyam Paya Okadisho Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Daha Payasvatihi Pradishaha Santu Mahyam. Om Vishnoratamasi Vishnoho Snaptresto Vishnoho Syurasi Vishnordhruvosi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetvam. Om Agnir Devata Vato Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasavo Devata Rudra Devata Aditya Devata Marato Devata Vishwe Deva Devata Brihaspatir Devatendro Devata Varuno Devata. Om Dyoho Shantirantariksha Gong Shanti Prithivi Shantirapah Shantirokadayah Shanti Vanaspatayah Shantirvishwe Devah Shantirbrahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredhi. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadrantanna Suvam. Om Mano Bhadraha Kratavo Yantu Vishwato Dhabdhaso Aparitah Sa Udvidah Devano Yatha Sadamidvride Asanna Prayuvo Rakshitaru Dive Dive. ॐ देवानां भद्रा सुमतिर्जूयतां देवानागं रातिरविनो निवर्तताम् देवानां गं सख्यम् उपसेदिमावयन् देवानः आयुः प्रतिरन्तु जीवसे ॐ तान् पूर्वयानि विदाहुमहे वयं भगं मित्रम् अदितिं दक्षमस्त्रिधम् अर्यमनं वरुणागं सोममस्विना सरस्वतिनः सुभगामयस्करात् ॐ तन्नो वातो मयूभुवातु भेषजन्तन्माता पृथिवी तत्पिता द्यौः तद्ग्रावाणः सोमसुतो मयो भुवस्तदश्विना शिनुतन्देष्ण्यायुवम् ॐ तमीशानां ॐ तमीशानां जगतस्तु सरस्वतीन्द्रियाञ्जिनवमवसेहुमहे वयं पूषा नो यथा वेदसाम सद्भिदे रक्षिता पायुर्धप्त स्वस्तये ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृदश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्योररिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ वृषदश्व मरुतः पृश्निमातरः शुभं यावानो विदतेषु जग्मयः अग्निजिह्वा मनवः सूरचक्षुषो विश्वेनो देवा अवसागमन्निः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षवीर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिर्व्यशेमहि देवहितं यदायुः ॐ शतमिन्नु शरदो वन्ति देवा यत्रानश्चक्रजरसन्तनूनां पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मध्याह्रिहृषितायुर्गन्तोः ॐ अदितिर्ध्योरदितिरन्तरिक्षम् अदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्चजना अदितिर्जातम् अदितिर्जनित्वम् ॐ ऋचं वाचं प्रपद्ये मनुयजुः प्रपद्ये साम प्राणं प्रपद्ये चक्षुः श्रोत्रं प्रपद्ये वागौजः सहोजौ मही प्राणापानौ ॐ तं पग्निभिरनुगच्छेम देवाः पुत्रैर्भ्रातृभिरुतवा हिरण्यैः नाकं गृभनानः सुकृतस्य लोके तृतीये पृष्ठे अधिरोचने दिवः ॐ आयुष्यं वर्चस्य gwं रायस्पोषमोद्भिदम् इदग्वं हिरण्यं वर्चस्व जैत्राय विशतादु माम् ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ यतो यतः समीहसे तथो नो अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रचाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः सुशान्तिर्भवतु ॐ हे रम्ब त्वमेयेहि अम्बिका त्रयम्बकात्मज सिद्धिबुद्धिपते त्रयक्ष लक्षलाभ पितो पितः नागास्य नागहार त्वङ्गनराज चतुर्भुज भूषितः स्वायुधैर्दिव्यै पाशाङ्कुश परश्वधे आवाहयामि पूजार्थं रक्षार्थं क्षममाकृतः इहागत्य गृहाणा त्वं पूजां क्रतुं च रक्ष मे ॐ मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये अञ्जनीगर्भसम्भूतं कपीन्द्रं सजीवोत्तमं रामप्रियं नमस्तुभ्यं हनुमान् रक्ष सर्वदा ॐ ध्यायेदाजानुबाहुं धृतशरधनुषं भदपद्मासनस्थं पीतं वासोऽवसानं नवकमलादलास्पर्धिनेत्रं प्रसन्नं वामाङ्कारूढ सीतामुखकमलमिल्ललोचनं नीरधावं नानालङ्कारदीप्तं दततमुरुजटामण्डलं रामचन्द्रम् ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुनुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदाक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततत्कतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ शान्तं पद्मासनस्थं शशधरमुकुटं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं शूलं वज्रं च खड्गं परशुमभयदं दक्षिणाङ्गे वहन्तं नागपाशाञ्चगण्डां डमरुकसहितम् अङ्कुशं वामभागे नानालङ्कारदीप्तं स्फटिकमणिनिभं पार्वतीशं नमामि। ॐ या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्म्याच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापहा। ॐ लक्ष्मी क्षीरसमुद्रराजतनयां श्रीरङ्गधामेश्वरीं दासीभूतसमस्तदेववनितां लोकैकदीपाङ्कुरां श्रीमन्मण्डकटाक्षलब्धविभव ब्रह्मेन्द्र गङ्गाधरां तां त्रैलोक्यकुटुम्बिनीं सरसिजां वन्दे मुकुन्द प्रियाम्। ओम सीताराम पवन सुत हनुमान राधे कृष्ण की जय। We will now have Hanuman Chalisa and Bhajan. After we return, we will do Gita.
Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukhar Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jaso Jodayak Phal Char बुद्धिहीन तनु जान के सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहे हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमत के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियाहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाई संजीवन लखन जी रघुवीर हर्ष उड़लाई, रघुपति की ही बहुत बड़ाई। तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई, सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावे। अस कहि श्रीपद कंठ लगावे, संतादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद शारद सहित अहिंसा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना, राम मिलाए राज पर दीना। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भई सब जग जाना। युग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लीलो ताहि मधुर पल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माई, जल्दी लांगी गए अचरज नाई। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लही तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अस्त सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुपतिपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरहि, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि। संकट हरे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। यह शत बार पाठ कर जोई, छूटे ही बंदी महासुख होई। जय नाथ हृदय महादेव की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव पवन तने संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
अच्युते भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् कौन कहते भगवान खाते नहीं मेरी शबरी की जैसे खिलाते नहीं
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तेरे शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् कौन कहते भगवान सोते नहीं माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् कौन कहते भगवान नाचते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम्
बोलो कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Hari Om. Welcome back. We are now going to do our Gita verse, which is from the 8th chapter, and it is verse number 12, which is up on your screen. And I hope that you all will try to join me in its recitation. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Sarvadvarani Samyamya, Manohriddhi Niruddhya Cha, Murdhandhayatmanah Pranam, Astitoho Yogadharanam, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Govinda, Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Jai Shri Krishna. Hari Om. in this particular verse, Bhagwan Sri Krishna is talking about this idea of controlling the senses. We listen to, in our lifetimes, probably thousands of discourses that talk about controlling the senses. And with our eyes open, our ears being able to hear, the nose being able to smell, the tongue being able to taste, the skin being able to feel, etc., we ask ourselves the question, how do we actually control these senses? It seems like we must close our eyes and go to sleep. Is that possibly a way of controlling the senses? So Bhagwan is aware of these kinds of questions that may arise in our minds, and he's giving us a method. He's giving us methodology to try and control those senses. So the first word that he speaks about is Sarva Dwarani. So Dwar can mean the gateway or a door. And in this case, it is referring to the doors of the senses. In other words, what is it that opens the way for the senses to get distracted? These are called, he's describing these as doorways. Okay, let us drill into that a little bit. So there are 5 senses of perception that are called the Jnana Indriya, and there are 5 organs of action that are called the Karma Indriya. These 10 together are mainly what is referred to as the Sarvadwarani, the senses that are getting distracted. And what are they? Obviously, they are touch, sight, taste, hearing, etc. And the organs that are related to karma, that means to action. All of these can be described as the senses or the Sarvadwarani, the doors of these senses. And he says, Samyamya, when you close the doors. In other words, when you have the ability to prevent the senses from being attracted to those things that are external and keep them focused on the inside. That is what he means by closing the door. Of course, we need to go deeper into that. Now, this process of closing the door and making it focus inside, in yoga, this is called pratyahara. Pratyahara is this method. So there's a method. Importantly, there's a method. And this is how the Yoga Sutras this is what the Yoga Sutras try to describe and teach us. The method of turning it inwards. Now, this is very interesting. Let us stay focused on what I'm saying so that you can not only hear what I'm saying, but I want you to try it while we are doing this satsang. And thereafter, if you are successful, of course, you can practice it more often. The knowledge of Bhagavad Gita ought not to be theory alone. They should be practicals as well. The next word is mano. Mana refers to the mind. Hridi means the heart. Nirudhya means to be firmly holding. Okay? The next word is murdhanya. Murdhanya means the head. Adhyatmanaha means to be fixed in God. Prana means the life is. Stitho means to be fixed. Yoga dharana means to be able to concentrate on God. So very often we come across the yoga and we say, you must practice yoga. So what is yoga? Yoga dharanam means to be able to concentrate on God in a fixed manner, without distractions. This is what it means. Now let's take this verse and all these words and put them into perspective in a cohesive manner by way of a sentence. Having closed all the doors of the senses and firmly holding the mind in the cavity of the heart, then fixing the life breath in the head, one should remain in this steadfast yogic concentration. Yogic concentration on who? On God, a being. So we have learned that Bhagwan is Nirgun and Sargun. He is without attributes and with attributes. In this particular verse, the word Yoga Dharanam refers to both Nirgun and Sargun. Now I'm going to get into that in more detail. So when I was explaining this process to you earlier on, I said that the senses should be turned inwards. Therefore, one needs to concentrate on that which is inside you rather than outside. And the first thing from all these senses, the most powerful one is the mind. Therefore, if you control the mind, if you make the mind look inwards, all the other senses will follow suit. The mind has the ability to control all the other senses. So pratyahara means to look within. And one of the ways of doing that is to close your eyes or semi-close your eyes and focus your mind here. This is where your mind is, the top of your head. And then it says your mind must turn downwards to where? The area situated between your navel and your throat. So between your navel, nabhi, or kantha, which is your throat, is what? Hridi. Hriday means the heart. And what is supposed to be in the region of the heart? Focus your mind inside at your heart, and you are supposed to be able to see a lotus flower. Your heart is supposed to be surrounded or placed in a lotus flower, a 8-petaled lotus. And this method of meditation that I am describing is given in a lot more detail in the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Okay, so this lotus flower is there. It is the seat of the heart. And what must happen? The mind must come down there to that point. It is often said, or I have read in other places, that when a person is meditating like this, at the time of his death, the area around his heart lights up. Why? Because we have read in other verses of Bhagavad Gita that Bhagwan is found in the heart of all beings. He is seated there as the witness. So when the mind comes to the heart and the lotus flower of the heart, there is supposed to be something in the lotus flower, not just your physical heart. One of two things I have come across in my readings, my limited readings. One is a beautiful light that represents the Nirguna Brahma. That means if you think God is just a beautiful light of love, etc., you can focus on that. Or you can focus on Bhagwan in his form, in his four-armed form as Bhagwan Vishnu, for example, in that lotus flower, in the heart. Then the mind you have to control your breathing. So prana means to control your breathing. And fixing the mind on the heart, and then focusing on the vital airs, the movement of the vital airs, is called dharana. In yoga, this is called dharana. So I've explained two terms. One is pratyahara, the second one is dharana. So focusing the mind on that lotus flower in the heart, the Bhagwan, or the beautiful light there, then starting to control the breath. Then starting to control the breath as the vital airs. So what are the vital airs? The vital airs are crucial airs that are found in the body that causes this body to be alive. When the vital airs leave the body together with the soul, the body becomes nindit. It is good for discarding. Nindit means you must discard it. As long as the vital airs are in the body, we are alive. So these vital airs are intrinsically linked to the air that you breathe in and out. They are fed by the air that you breathe in and out. Okay? And that they remain in this body. So when we are breathing, taking these deep breaths as part of our yoga exercises, in, out, etc. The mind is supposed to focus on that breath, and the breath must allow the mind to move from the heart to the forehead. So there is a nerve in the body, an ascending nerve, that allows this process. It allows the mind to literally follow the breath. So if you close your eyes and you're looking in and you're taking deep breaths, the mind starts following that breath in, out, in, out. And when means we will take fewer but perhaps longer breaths, and the mind moves from the heart to the mind. And that, when it reaches the mind and it becomes fixed, that is called yoga dharanam. So lots of the words you will find in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali are also found in Bhagavad Gita. So it adds value, it gives us a sense of happiness that this science is not just one person's view, but it is the view of Bhagwan himself, and it shows us that there is proof in these yogic processes. Now we should ask ourselves, in order for us to do all of this, should we be looking for outward things that entertain us, or should we be looking within? Outward things that enhance these inward processes are very, very good. Outward things that distract you from these inward processes, unfortunately, does not gel with these verses of Bhagavad Gita. So, the yogic process helps us to control the senses. They also help us to stay connected to the divine consciousness. And the vital airs allow us to be alive. If you believe in the Sagun form of Bhagwan, that means you believe that he takes a form, it means that you are actually bathing his feet with your vital airs and then moving it up to the head region. So you are taking the blessings of his feet and placing it here. So meditation is so varied. There are so many types of meditation that one can do. This particular one seems to me to be the core of all other types and variations of meditation. So the next question is, can you really take your mind into your heart and to your forehead? If the mind can move externally from one object to the other in a vast and big environment, why can the mind not move internally in a much smaller environment, just from your heart to your forehead, which is your point of realization? So this process is not an impossible one. All we have to do is try. And if we get it right, Bhagwan says that this is the process of linking with him, Yoga Dharanam. Jai Shri Krishna. We're now going to commence Ramayan part. We're first going to do Ramayan Stuti. It's going to come up on your screen. All of you should focus your minds on Bhagwan Shri Ram now while we recite this. जेहि सुमिरत सिद्धि होय सीताराम गणनायक करिवर बदन करो अनुग्रह सोय सीताराम बुद्धिराशि शुभ गुण सदन मूक होहि बाचाल सीताराम पंगु चढ़हि गिरिवर गहन जासु कृपा सो दयालु सीताराम द्रभो सकल कलिमल दहन नील सरोरो श्याम सीताराम तरुण अरुण बारिज नयन करो सो मम उर्धाम सीताराम सदा क्षीर सागर शयन कुंद इंदु समदेह सीताराम उमा रमन करुणा अयन जाहि दीन पर नेह सीताराम करो कृपा मर्दन मयन, बंदो गुरुपद कंज सीताराम, कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि, महामोह तम पुंज सीताराम, जासु वचन रवि कर निकर, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। कथारंभ होत है सुनो वीर हनुमान, आसन को प्रभु आइए, सिया सखा सहित भगवान, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। कथारंभ होत है सुनो वीर हनुमान, आसन को प्रभु आइए, सिया सखा सहित भगवान, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। विविध भांति मंगल कलश, गृह गृह रचे सवारी, सुर ब्रह्मादि सिहाहि सब, रघुबर पूरि निहारी, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, भूप भवन तेहि अवसर सोहा, रचना देखी मदन मनोमोहा, मंगल सगुन मनोहरताहि, रिद्धि सिद्धि सुख संपद सुहाई, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, जनु चाह सब सहज सुहाए, तनु धरि धरि दशरथ गृह छाही, देखन हेतु राम बेदेही, कहु ललसा होई न केही, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, जूत जूत मिली चली सुवासिनी, निज छवि निध रही मदन बिलासिनी, सकल सुमंगल सजे आरती, गावही जनु बहु वेश भारती, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, भूपति भवन कौशला हलु होही, जाई न बरनि समहु सुख सोही, कौसल्यादि राम महतारी, प्रेम बिबस तनु दशा भिसारी, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, राम हरे रघुराम हरे, दिए दान विप्रन विपुला, पूजी गणेश पुरारी, प्रमुदित परम दरिद्र जनु, पाहि पदारथ चारि, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। जय श्री राम। Welcome to this prasang on this Chopai and Doha from our sacred Ramacharitamanasa. Ramji and his entourage that we refer to commonly as the Bharat Bharat is now approaching, has now reached Ayodhya. And Vividha Bhati Mangala Kalasa. There were so many different kinds of kalash that were decorated in many ways, of course, and were placed in every home throughout the streets of Ayodhya. In almost every puja that we perform, we establish a kalash. Interestingly, that kalash represents the creation and the creator. It shows us clearly every time that we do puja that this universe, this creation, this Srishti as we know it, is nothing more than an expansion of the divine and should not be abused in any way. Now, the people of Ayodhya, they took this to another level. They prepared multiple kalash, many of them, and decorated every street and every house. Kalash also contains consecrated water, so it attracts positive energy. And Tulsidas ji says to us that Brahma and the Sura Brahmadi Sihai Sabha, Brahmaji and all the other devatas. So when we do puja, Tulsidas ji actually says they were in a nice way, they were actually envious that they are living in the heavenly abode and there is the earthly abode of the Lord, which is called Ayodhya. And it is so beautifully decorated with so many kalash. So I've also seen a tradition in India where when people do puja, I've seen the priests setting up a kalash for every deity that they want to worship on that day. In South Africa, generally we prepare one kalash when we're doing puja. Now, Brahmaji, etc., looking at this and thinking about what I've just said to you, one kalash per a form of Bhagwan, per a devata. And here, Brahmaji and the devatas are seeing that there are countless number of kalash for this one Ram. And perhaps that is why they felt a little bit envious. Wow, look at this. Look at how many kalash they have done. Raghubara Puri Nihari. And what happens? Brahmaji and all were absolutely amazed, awestruck to see Raghubarapuri. Raghubarapuri means Ayodhya, the city of Ayodhya where Sri Ram resided. They were absolutely astounded to see it. The palace Bhupa Bhavanu means the palace Tehi Avasara Soha. It looked absolutely beautiful. Rachana Deki Madana Manamoha. Seeing this beautifully decorated Ayodhya, even Madana means Cupid, the god of love as we know it. He's also described as Kamadev. Actually Cupid is a loose translation. Kamadev is the deity that we referred to. Even his mind became captivated. This is such a beautiful irony that is brought out by Tulsidas ji, because Kamadev is the one that causes everybody to fall in love. He captures the mind of everybody. And we listen to this in quite a bit of detail when we are dealing with the Shiva Viva Prasang. We see how Kamadev is so powerful. He even shot 5 arrows at Shivji, and Shivji started to fall in love with Mata Parvati again for the purpose of the Leela of getting married. But here, Tulsidas ji says to us that the mind of Kamadev was being captured by what? Just by looking at Ayodhya, the sacred Ayodhya. And people sometimes want to ask us, why are we making a fuss about Ayodhya? It's just another place. Why are we building such a big palace? Why is there so much of money being spent in Ayodhya? There we go. There's the answer here. It's given to us in these verses and many other verses. People or devotees are trying to recreate the opulence of the once absolutely golden Ayodhya, if I can use that term. Mangala Saguna Manoharatai. I want to add that for Ayodhya to be beautiful, Ram must always be present there. So the principles of Sri Ram must be present there. Ram was a great protector of Sanatan Dharma. Okay, and therefore he must be present there for this kind of beauty for the palace to look like this, for Ayodhya to be looking like this. And Tulsidas, she says, Mangala Saguna. Saguna means omens, all kinds of auspicious omens and loveliness. Riddhi Siddhi Sukha Sampada Suhahi. All kinds of beautiful omens presented themselves there. And he specifically mentions Riddhi and Siddhi. So Riddhi and Siddhi in Sanatan Dharma are described as the consorts of Bhagwan Ganesh, Riddhi or Siddhi. And Riddhi means Dhana, Dholat, Buddhi or Safalta. Riddhi. Dhan means wealth of the various kinds. Dolat also means material wealth. Buddhi means the higher intellect. And Safalta means completedness, one who is complete in many aspects of his life. All of these, it means that Riddhi has manifested there. He then speaks of Siddhi. Siddhi means Purnata. Purnata means full. Nothing is short, there's abundance. Adhyatmik Shakti also means Siddhi. Adhyatmik Shakti means spiritual strength. Through great tapasya, one gets spiritual strength. Through great disciplines, one gets spiritual strength. These Riddhi, Siddhi, Sukha means happiness, Sampada means also means wealth. And Suhai means beautiful, beauty. Janu Uchaha Saba Sahaja Suhaye. The entire city was rejoicing to behold this beauty. And it seemed like all these things I have mentioned to you, Tanudhari, it seems like they took a body. And what did they do? They manifested themselves as Dasharatha Griha, as this palace of Ayodhya. So all the beautiful things and wealth of the world, Tulsidas, she says, it seems like they took a form. And what form did they take? Of this palace. Dekha nahe tu Ram Vaidehi, kaha hi lalasa ho hi nakehi. Tulsidas ji is now asking a question. He's saying, listen, after I'm describing all of this to you, there's one thing that is missing in all this beauty, in all this opulence, in all this auspiciousness. He says, don't you want to have a glance at who? Rama or Vaidehi. Prabhu Sri Ram, the Lord of the universe. And this Vaidehi is Mother Lakshmi herself. Therefore, all the beauty that I have just described to you is actually no comparison for the source of that Lakshmi and opulence, which is Vaidehi. He says, don't you actually feel that you want to have a glance of them? This is the question he asks. Such a pertinent question. He then says, Juta mili chali suhasini. Hordes and hordes of married ladies, suhagins, whose husbands were still alive, they came in, many of them. Our nija chabi nidarahi madana vilasini. He says these ladies here, their beauty put Rati to shame. Who is Rati? Just now I explained to you who is Cupid, who is the lord of Kamadev, the god of love. And he says that Rati, who is his consort, is said to be of one of exceptional beauty. He says these ladies would be putting her to shame. Sakala Sumangala Saje Arati. What did these ladies do? They didn't just come there to show their pretty faces. Tulsidas ji says they came for a purpose. They prepared Arti trays with many auspicious things on it. And what did they do? Gavahi Janu Bahu Vesha Bharati. They sang many auspicious songs. You and I refer to this as parchan. It's a type of parchan. To wave these artis, to welcome them. And it's Tulsidas, she says, they sounded like Bharati. Bharati means Mata Saraswati. It seems like Mata Saraswati had disguised herself as all of these Sohagins, and we came to do Parchan. Bhupati Bhavana Kola Halu Hoyi. The palace was filled with sound, movement, and a divine vibe, happiness. Jai in a Bharani Samahu Sukusoi. Who can describe the joy that people were experiencing when they felt this vibe, and they knew that Sita and Ram had returned after their wedding? Kausalya Adi, Mother Kausalya, Rama Mahatari, and the other mothers of Sri Ram. Mahatari means the mothers. Prema Vivasa. They were filled with emotion and love. Tana Dasa Bisari. Even their dasha, their condition of their body was one of great emotion, that they forgot their bodies. So much of love they had. Then what happened? Diye dana viprana vipula. We've read this before. We saw other people doing it, other kings doing it, and we're seeing this again now. Diye dana viprana vipulo. Dan was given to all the priests in abundance, with lots of love, without any miserliness. Every auspicious occasion we can see that Dan is being given to these pious people because it will benefit you. Puji Ganesha Purari, what did they do? They did puja. So before people enter the house, we do this parchan, and we must do puja. Who do we do puja to? Ganesha Purari. To Bhagwan Ganesh, who is the remover of obstacle, and he is also Pratama Pujya, the one who is worshipped first, and Purari. Purari actually comes from the word Tripurari. If you read about the Katha that we recite on Shravan Purnima, we recite the Katha of Tripurari. Tripurari means the three cities that the demonic forces occupied. Bhagwan Shiv came and destroyed them. So the word Ari means enemy. So the enemy of the leaders of these three cities is none other than Bhagwan Shiv. With one arrow, he destroyed three cities. Therefore, he is called Tripurari. So Ganeshji and Shivji were worshipped. Then, of course, I explained to you that the Dan was given. And it says that the Brahmins who received the Dan and performed this puja, Prema Mudita Paramadaridra Jano. Sorry, Pramudita Paramadaridra Jano. It seemed like an extremely poor person had suddenly received Pai Padarata Chari. Chari means four, Padarati means the four great prizes of human existence. So in this verse, Tulsidas Ji doesn't say they got happy with the amount of money or gold that was given to them. It says their happiness was that because they were given so much of respect, firstly. Secondly, they were allowed to perform this great puja for the Lord of the universe. What are the four prizes of human existence? Dharma, Artha, Kama, or Moksha. Dharma means those kinds of activities that are prescribed in the scriptures. And Artha means the kinds of wealth that we acquire while following these paths of Dharma is called Artha. It can mean material wealth that is used for good things and gained through honest means. It can also mean knowledge, great valuable knowledge. Kama means kinds of enjoyment. In other words, making use of that money that you've earned in a dharmic way, and also enjoying some laughter. So life is not meant to be boring. Kama, some kinds of enjoyment, things that make you smile. The last one is moksha. If you followed the first three correctly, there will be a point where you will say, thank you for all of this, but I now believe that there's something greater than these three. And that is to be in the presence of the Supreme Lord. This is called moksha. And according to Tulsidas Ji, when these Brahmins were given the opportunity to do this and they received their dan, they felt that they were ready for moksha. They felt that there was nothing more, there's nothing else that can make them happier than serving Bhagwan in this way. कथा विसर्जन होत है सुनो वीर हनुमान आसन को प्रभु जाइए सिया सखा सहित भगवान सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय. Jai Shri Ram. We are now going to have bhajan and then aarti.
कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में, कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में. बेल पत्र और गंगा जलाया, भक्ति भाव से पूजा कर ले. बेल पत्र और गंगा जलाया, भक्ति भाव से पूजा कर ले. तारेंगे भव से पार चलो शिव जी की शरण में, तारेंगे भव से पार चलो शिव जी की शरण में. कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में, कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में. शिव के ध्यान करे मन निर्मल, शिव भक्ति पुण्य उज्ज्वल. शिव के ध्यान करे मन निर्मल, शिव भक्ति पुण्य उज्ज्वल. करते हैं बोले निवास हो अपने भक्तों के मन में, करते हैं बोले निवास हो अपने भक्तों के मन में. कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में, कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में. संकट से शिव सदा उबारे, दर्शन देकर भाग्य सवारे. संकट से शिव सदा उबारे, दर्शन देकर भाग्य सवारे. बोले कि महिमा पार हम गाए सब मिलकर, बोले कि महिमा पार हम गाए सब मिलकर. कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में, कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में, कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में, कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में. ओम सीताराम पवन सुत हनुमान राधे कृष्ण की जय. बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की जय. स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण, स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण. स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्ण. स्वागतं सुस्वागतं शरणागतं कृष्ण. स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण. स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण. मधुरपुरी कृष्ण स्वागतम कृष्णा शरणागतम कृष्णा स्वागतम कृष्णा शरणागतम कृष्णा स्वागतम कृष्णा शरणागतम कृष्णा। ओम कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख विन से मन का स्वामी दुख विन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहो मैं किसकी स्वामी शरण कहो मैं किसकी तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आश करो मैं जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो दया में किस विध मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे हीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ शरण परा तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे धन मन धन सब है तेरा
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णुः मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। ॐ यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे। ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्वे परमेश्वर। आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मत्कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष त्वं परमेश्वर। बोल विघ्नहर्ता गणेश भगवान की जय। जगत जननी पार्वती माता की जय। शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। सीतारामचंद्र भगवान की जय। लक्ष्मण जी की जय। महावीर स्वामी बजरंग बली की जय। श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। श्री बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय। गंगा यमुना सरयू सरस्वती मैया की जय। श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव हर। जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। जय श्री राम।